The definition of an outlaw: a person who refuses to be governed by the established rules or practices of any group. Nonconformist. Rebel.
Outlaw, outlaw, outlaw. Yeah, God, I wonder could you save me? And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Cowboy. The Freak. The Sports Outlaws.
Welcome, everybody, to the Sports Outlaws with the Cowboy and the Freak.
You switched it up on us today. Big pimpin'.
Well, sure. You know, I'm plenty of music here on the Sports Outlaws because, as you heard last week, or maybe this is your first week tuning in, and we appreciate that. We have music rolling the whole time, man. We got to keep the energy up.
That's right. If you weren't here last week, you missed a good one. It promises to be an even better show today. We had a little practice. Just a little bit of practice.
Just a little bit. And a reminder, if you're iPhone, if you're Android, if you're a Walkman, if you're iPod, if your factory radio in your car, if that Alpine that you bought is in your car, and it didn't come with the Surgeon General's warning, secondhand freak may cause harm to you.
It will.
Then you should probably take it back or turn the radio off because the secondhand freak is strong. I feel it over here. And
it's a little weak today because, the freak just woke up probably about 1:45, and he got in his freak mobile, which he's had since 1996.
Yep.
And he raced down. So, but the freak is bringing his A game, as I always do. But, yeah, man, the rain just put me to sleep. It's like biblical type stuff out there today.
It is. A frog strangler,
yeah,
some might say.
So everybody be careful if you're out traveling. But if you're not, sit back for the next hour, grab your favorite adult beverage, and listen to Cowboy and the Freak. We're going to entertain you.
That is correct, Freak. And as always, we would like to thank our sponsors because they make this show possible. Chattanooga Coca-Cola Bottling Company. You can pick up one of those if you're not interested in the adult beverage. Kia of Chattanooga, Warren and Griffin, People's Home Equity for sponsoring our website, thesportsoutlaws.com, and Absolute Plumbing, owner Matt Manning and Susie Manning. Absolutely the best. That's why they call it Absolute Plumbing. So thank you to those fine sponsors of ours. We could not do this without them. 267-1023 if you'd like to get in right now because we're going to have that trivia coming up here in just a few. Also, some things on the docket that we will be talking about. Floyd Mayweather Jr., he has a big boxing match coming up tonight. We'll talk a little bit about that. Not really the boxing match itself, but just what this cat's pulling in as far as money these days.
He's making bank. You know, he's fighting one time a year. You know, he's not fighting the guy who everybody wants to see him fight.
No.
Which is Manny Pacquiao. But, I mean, he's making bank, dude. Fight one time every year. He's getting a cut off the gate. He's getting a cut off pay-per-view.
He's getting a ton of money, man. Just it seems like he just spars, and then he'll fight every now and then.
Right, and he's rolling in it.
You will not believe these numbers, so we'll talk about that here in a little bit. And here's what I'm interested in. I was in touch with the Freak during the week when this whole Jason Collins announcement came out, and I told him, it's like, listen, man, you know, we can have some ha-ha over this, and we probably will. But I want your opinion, not only coming from, you know, what's that mean to the NBA, but what does that mean to the African-American community? Or how is it seen in the African-American community? Because I really do believe that it's seen different with that community compared to the white community and other communities involved. So we'll get that. Also, we'll give you the Monster Minute, which is a preview of what went down this week in the world of sports, the Powerade scoreboard and schedule, and we're going to talk some NBA playoffs, too. So we have a bunch of stuff to get to. Talk Radio 102.3. And, of course, you can get us on social media because this is our second show, and we're just going to keep growing. So we're going to use social media to do some of our giveaways to get everyone involved. So I gave the website earlier, sponsored by People's Home Equity, thesportsoutlaws.com. Facebook is facebook.com/the Sports Outlaws. Twitter, @Sports Outlaws. That would be Outlaws with a Z, @Sports Outlaws. Hey, and if you're interested in following us on YouTube, youtube.com/the Sports Outlaws. And all of these links are on our website. So if you just want to make it easy, just go to the sportsoutlaws.com. Website under construction. It's still functioning. It's
still
functioning
functioning
right now.
I looked at it the other day for the first time, and it looks good.
Thanks for the help. thanks for supporting the show, bro.
But, some stuff that we do, that might not be radio, or we can say it might be R-rated. Not R-rated, but a little controversial. We might, post on the website. We have some things that me and Joe worked on that we might put on the website. But the Facebook page, that's up and running. We posted a couple of stories there this week. Joe kind of pissed me off yesterday. He had a parody of my boys, the Four Horsemen, man. That's blasphemy, man. You don't make fun of the Nature Boy.
It wasn't me making fun. It was my boy.
Yeah, but I can't believe you put that on there, man, knowing how big of a Ric Flair fan I am.
You're a big Ric Flair fan, but it's funny.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny.
So there you go. And also, can't believe I forgot this. The Freaks Word of the Week. This is going to be a weekly thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we missed it last week. Thanks to all the callers that called in. We didn't have a chance to slide that one in. But this week, we're definitely going with the Freaks Word of the Week. It's going to be, like I said, a weekly thing. And, sometimes in my culture, we say some things that the Caucasians just don't understand. And that's why I'm here.
All about.
That's right. And that's why I'm here. That's my sole purpose, is to bring the races together and help you say, what the hell is that? I'm here for that. What the hell did he say? I'm here to explain it.
So now when you hear that word, you can say,
the freak told me it was, okay.
That's it.
Right, so you just don't have a blank stare on your face.
Well, there you go. Talk Radio 102.3. We'll have the Freaks Word of the Week later on in the show. And the trivia for your chance to win a case of Mountain Berry Powerade. And one of my favorites, I'm more of a tropical punch, I believe what they call it, the red kind.
Or red.
Red.
Right.
I'm always red. More ways than one sometimes. But
good, Nick.
Yeah. We'll have that trivia coming right back from the break. And, of course, the Monster Minute and a bunch of stuff. So stay tuned if you want to go ahead and get in line. This trivia is still, like I said, it's our second show, so it's going to be rather easy. So stay tuned. And remember, the social media stuff, we're going to do a lot with that as far as these giveaways are concerned. So that's why we're pushing you to like those and follow those so you can get in on the fun, kids. It's what we do here at the Sports Outlaws.
And, hey, they let us back for a second week. They didn't lock the doors on us. They let us back, man. I couldn't believe it.
No, they did change the code.
They did change the code, but I can figure that out easy.
267-1023 if you'd like to get in. Coming back with more of the Sports Outlaws in just a few.
Still the ones you know and love. The talkers that actually say something. The monster hosts of the Talk Monster. WGOW-FM.
I'm home having dinner with Mom and Dad on the best night of the week, Taco Tuesday. Dad wants me to try the latest additions to his hot sauce collection. Good thing I have a Coke.
They named this sauce after Krakatoa, the volcano that exploded just like your taste buds will.
Oh, no.
Let's climb a degree to Screaming Tonsil. Notice how the bottle is hot to the touch.
Burn hot.
Now, this sauce has no name, only a warning label in Burmese.
Help! Would you like some more Coke, honey?
Yes, please. I love Taco Tuesdays.
Coca-Cola. Open happiness.
When it comes to getting dinner on the table and making the family happy, we all turn to shortcuts now and then. And my favorite, opening up some refreshing Coca-Cola from my local grocery store and sharing a little happiness all around. With ice-cold Coca-Cola, a great meal can be a snap and a twist and a pour. Coca-Cola, open happiness.
Online payment and escrow services are extremely popular in the Internet auction world. The Better Business Bureau advises online buyers and sellers to use proper caution. Check out online payment and escrow services thoroughly. Carefully read the terms of the service agreement. Review the privacy policy and security measures. If none are outlined, beware. Never disclose financial or personal information unless you know why it's being collected, how it will be used, and how it will be safeguarded.
Check it out at the Better Business Bureau.
Talk Radio 102.3.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
And this is what you should be ready for. Absolute Plumbing. They are the best in town. I guarantee it. Matthew Manning, a master plumber. He takes care of all your commercial needs, all of your residential needs. Call him at this number, 423-509-4523. Absolute Plumbing, 509-4523. Once again, that's 423-509-4523. Not only is this guy just one of the nicest guys I've ever met, but he's absolutely one of the best plumbers I've ever met. Now, I have experience with him, so he has a ton of clients, and they all love him. I'm not just making this up.
A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
A++. They should give him an A++.
Right.
That's how good he is. But A+ rating with a Better Business Bureau. And last time I checked, Freak, they just don't.
It don't get no better than
They
A+.
don't initially give you an A+ and wait till you screw up to take it away. They don't do that. So, Matthew Manning, Absolute Plumbing. Check them out if you need a plumber, whether it's commercial or residential. And, you know, sometimes tools get backed up, and you don't want to deal with it.
Right.
You're trying to figure it out, you know, stinking everywhere, and you just don't want to deal with it. Well, call this man, Matthew Manning. He specializes in stuff like this. Once again, a master plumber, Absolute Plumbing. Tell him the Sports Outlaws sent you, and he might even
cut your deal. He might give you the hookup.
I'm not going to say that, but he'll say, "Oh, I hate those guys." No, he won't do that. Absolute Plumbing, 423-509-4523. And here's what I'll do. If you're not satisfied with his work, I'll pay your bill.
Wow.
That's how much faith I have in this guy.
Wow.
Absolute Plumbing, 509-4523. Taking a quick look at your Monster Minute presented by Monster Energy Drink. Had a Monster Energy on my way over here, Freak.
I didn't because I couldn't see.
It's raining out there.
Man, it's raining like it's biblical proportions out there. I passed by a boat. It was an art. And I couldn't see, but thank God I got here on time and safely. But please proceed with the Monster Minute.
Well, thank you, pal. That's awfully nice of you. Braves split a series with the Washington Nationals this week, 2-2. They did lose last night to the Mets, 7-5. The Mets take that one down, and I believe the Braves play again tonight or today against the New York Mets. Also in the NBA, the Knicks. All these games are from last night. The New York Knicks defeat the Boston Celtics 88-80. They win that series 4-2. Pacers beat the Hawks 81-73. The Pacers win that series 4-2. Memphis Grizzlies take down Lob City, the LA Clippers, and I loved every minute of it.
Yep.
118-105. They also win the series 4-2. And, of course, Oklahoma City defeats Houston. Houston with a good effort with James Harden on board, but just not enough to deal with Durant and the rest of the guys from Oklahoma City. The Thunder win that one, 103-94. Also winning that series 4-2.
Four game sixes on last night.
Yeah.
That's kind of unusual, but the favorite won every game except for maybe in the Grizzlies.
Memphis,
Clippers,
Clippers were favorites now.
Yeah, but the Clippers proved to be a fraud.
They did, and this is what they did not need. With the Lakers having all the problems this year, they did not. If they expected to take over the city of Los Angeles, a first-round exit was not what they needed.
They had a chance to shine in the city of Angels, but they blew it. Blake Griffin, he turned up, You know, he was hobbled a little bit. I think he got injured in Game 5.
Yeah.
And the Grizzlies, which is a team that I love to watch play because it's an old school team, inside first.
Physical team.
Physical, defense. They play inside out. Zebo and Mark Gasol, you know, dominated the series. And they sent the Clippers home. The Clippers won, I think, 57 games this year. So they were, you know.
They were a very good team.
People were talking about them, you know, as contending for the title now that, you know, Westbrook was lost. The OKC, maybe they could contend for the NBA title, but...
well, Lob City's fun to watch, but it's not built for a playoff series, I don't think.
They aren't. You know, Chris Paul is one of the best point guards, but that team is kind of like an AAU team put together. You know, you got a bunch of stars, and, you know, they run up and down the court, and they look flashy, but in the playoffs, when the possessions become valued more, you know, nobody's just going to let you just, you know, dunk with your stuff all in their face, you know what I mean? Like they were doing, you know what I mean? I mean, every highlight you've seen during the season, you know, somebody was getting faced, you know, by either Griffin or Jordan or somebody like that. But in the playoffs, you got to bring it. You got to be a little bit tougher-minded, tougher physically, and they didn't match up. They did match up. Memphis, congratulations to the Grizzlies. They lost to the Clippers last year in the first round. This year, they gained a measure of revenge.
And to wrap up the Monster Minute presented by Monster Energy Drink, Jason Collins. Now, we were going to talk about this a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out, he announces that he is gay, so he becomes the first current professional athlete to announce he is gay.
Active, right.
That's right, active. Now, like I mentioned before we went to break, how do you see that? How does that affect the NBA? And how is that viewed in the African-American community?
Well, for me, speaking for the...
and I know you can't... I don't represent all white people, and you don't represent all black people.
Oh, but I was getting ready to.
Go ahead.
You just stole my thunder. For the millions and millions of African Americans out there, I think that it's a non-issue. Jason Collins is just an NBA guy, just a regular guy. 6 teams in 12 years. You know, he was okay by, you know, me and your standards, but
sure.
You know, more power to him. What surprised me, what I found interesting, was the fact that his twin brother, Jaren, who also was an NBA player, had no idea that his twin brother, you know, was gay when he told him last year, when he shared that with him. He had no idea. I find that amazing that, you know, I have twins. Hopefully they know a little bit more about each other than with this guy's brother. But it didn't mean anything, you know. For him to hold that secret in for that period of time, you know, that had to be a burden he carried. You know, more power to him. You know, more power to him.
Well, it's, you know, a lot of people, and I know some people here thought it wasn't that big of a deal. I, on the other hand, thought, you know, it was a pretty big deal because it breaks down a lot of barriers. It gets the conversation out there, and
I'm not necessarily sure it breaks down barriers. This is what I related to. And I know it's apples and oranges. But when Magic came out back in the early 90s that he had HIV, now that was a bigger story because of Magic's celebrity. I think if an NBA player of some kind of, you know, stature or status came out and said, hey, you know, I'm a homosexual, I think it would be more of a talking point. I think that, not to diminish, you know, Jason Collins coming out and saying what he said, but his platform may not be as big as somebody, who, like I said, who might have been an all-star or, you know, an all-NBA player.
Sure, if it was Jordan or somebody like
right,
that.
Right. I don't want to put anybody's name in it, but I'm just saying, you know, if somebody with a bigger stature might have had a bigger platform, a more meaningful conversation and dialect going on about it. But I think in the NBA, when you got small rosters, I don't think it's not an issue in the locker room. Of course, he's going to get teased if he's on a team next year because he is a free agent. You know, will an NBA team pick him up because of this? Or they, you know, do they want to stay away from the hype and all that kind of stuff that he's going to face?
Yeah.
When he goes to a different city every night, you know, having to answer those questions and his teammates having to answer the questions.
And the hecklers. Hecklers will have something to say, too.
I mean, the guys are going to heckle you anyway. But he'll definitely get heckled because he'll be sitting on the bench for, you know, a possible 44 out of 48 minutes. So whoever has some good material will be able to lay it on him real thick. But like I said, not taking anything away from him, but his status and stature, so I don't think it would have the impact that, an All-Star, Hall of Fame, or something like that would. Now, the biggest question we would have, how would that play in an NFL locker room? Because in the NFL, it's a little bit different. The locker rooms, when you're playing football all your life, you have this kind of, machismo thing that, you know how to pump,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if that happens in the NFL with an active player who's in the locker room, how would that be handled by the team? How would that be looked at? That's something that we probably will see in our lifetime.
That'll be a lot bigger story than this Jason Collins story.
Yeah, absolutely, because of the culture of the NFL and of football.
A lot of former players have come out and said that it'll be tougher for a guy to come out in the NFL, I guess, because of the number of players on the roster and just the
the culture. I mean, in football, you're taught. You played football from as a child growing up, high school.
Yep.
You're taught to play with pain. You're taught to push through it. The NFL it's a lot more cutthroat than any of the other big professional organizations, sports organizations out there. Because number one, especially in the NFL, your contracts are not guaranteed, so you can get cut tomorrow. You play with pain all the time, and it's just a different mindset that you have to play football, or that you're taught to play football than you would playing baseball or basketball or other team sports.
I agree with that, and when that does happen, it will be a huge story, and I'm sure we'll be all over here on the Sports Outlaws.
But we were looking at this at in a serious way. But one thing that his coming out does help is that we don't have to have a Pac-Man Jones situation in the strip club, because he's not going to be making it rain there.
See, I knew that would happen.
So we don't have to worry about him, making it rain in the strip club.
It might be a Chippendale show. You're welcome. 267-1023. Now, it's time for us to give you this trivia. It's your chance to win a case of Mountain Berry Powerade, and it's so good. And all you have to do is answer this trivia. Turn the radio up. Here we go. You probably heard sources say LeBron James will win his 4th MVP award. That would make it 4 out of the last 5 years that he wins that award. Now, there have been 4 other gentlemen who have won at least 4 MVP awards.
Mm-hmm.
All we're looking for is 2 of them. So there's 4 possible. We just need 2. The last... 4 players have won at least 4 MVP awards, not including LeBron. We just need 2 of them. So, LeBron, this is his 4th out of the last 5 years. 4 other players have won at least 4 MVP awards. We need 2 of those 4 players. All you have to do is call in, 267-1023, and you could take home that Powerade. And you're going to need it. It's getting hot out there. Not today, but
not today.
You're out there mowing. You're out there shooting hoops.
Working,
and taking care of those kids.
Being a husband. You're going to need that extra energy.
That's
Believe
right.
me.
And, of course, Powerade brought to you by Chattanooga Coca-Cola Bottling Company. And we appreciate them for giving us that to give to you, our listeners, our peeps. 267-1023. That's the number. If you're calling long distance, 1-888-779-8255. Coming back, we will get those phone calls. Well, actually, here's what we're going to do. Let's just go ahead and take a couple and see if we got a winner, Freak.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get this stuff away, man.
Talk Radio 102.3. You're on the Sports Outlaws. Hello.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Michael Jordan.
Ding, 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 ding.
You are correct, sir. And see, it was just that easy. Now,
easy.
Going forward, these are going to be a little bit tough.
Yeah, we're going to make them harder.
That was almost too easy. I almost feel bad for putting that trivia out there, but you are the winner, sir. And if you hang on, I'll get your information as soon as we hit the break, okay?
All right, I appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, man. There you go, Freak. Coming up, we will have the Powerade scoreboard and schedule, and also talk a little bit about LeBron winning that MVP, a little bit about the NBA playoffs, and to end the show, not only will we have the Freak's Word of the Week, but Kobe at war with his mom.
Yeah.
And also, we got to talk about this, too. I didn't pass this by you before the show, but being a father of three daughters,
right.
I'm a father of a daughter.
Right.
This show, Teen Mom.
Okay.
And what it has become and what it has done or helped do to the women or the young girls that were on this show.
Nothing positive.
Nothing positive. We'll
No.
talk about...
I think the word you're looking here is ratchet.
Ratchet? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Is that the word of the week?
Yeah, no, that's not the word of the week. But that's what this show is. It's ratchet.
But we will discuss that and kind of look in to see what some of these girls are doing now, and it's bad. I just hope my daughter doesn't go that path.
Well, I don't think she has anything to worry about, Joe, because I believe you're going to raise her in the correct way, as me and my wife will raise our three girls. But yeah, that show is, but coming back, when we come back from the break, I'm going to have an inflammatory statement to make about LeBron James. And this is sure to stir up controversy in the barbershops, in the pool halls, in the bars, in the honky-tonk clubs. Do they still have those?
Even the honky-tonks, huh?
Yeah, even in the honky-tonks. I have an inflammatory statement to make about LeBron James when we come back.
Still the ones you know and love. The talkers that actually say something. The monster hosts of the Talk Monster, WGOW-FM.
At Warren & Griffin Attorneys at Law, finding legal representation is easy. Just walk in. From personal injury claims to bankruptcy filings, workers' comp, and Social Security, Warren & Griffin cover most all situations that you may find yourself in. The local firm that's big enough to handle the tough cases. Warren & Griffin have a history of getting results you deserve and getting the money you need. If you or a loved one were hurt in a motor vehicle accident, on the job, or in a slip or fall, they can help get your settlement with no attorney fees until they recover on your behalf. If you're overwhelmed by debt, they can give you that second chance that you deserve through bankruptcy filing. And if you're having problems with Social Security, let Warren & Griffin go to bat for you. Warren & Griffin, Attorneys at Law, Georgia Avenue, downtown Chattanooga, open Monday through Saturday. Call 423-265-HURT. That's 423-265-HURT. And learn more online at warrenandgriffin.com.
Are you over 18 and need to lose at least 10 to 20 pounds? Well, the first 50 visitors in your area can qualify for a free trial of a new powerful weight loss solution, Live Skinny. Too busy to exercise and hate dieting, but still want to look sexy, lean, and feel more confident? It's time to Live Skinny. Endorsed by celebrity TV doctors, the active ingredients African mango, raspberry ketone, green coffee bean extract, and Garcinia cambogia are clinically trialed to help you lose weight. Women have even reported up to 11 pounds in 7 days or less. Live Skinny's ingredients and patented delivery system boosts your energy and sends your metabolism into overdrive. All you have to do is drink. It's literally weight loss support in a water bottle. In fact, a 10-week study shows the average weight loss was 28 pounds, and participants shed body fat by over 18%. The first 50 visitors click liveskinny.com for your free trial of Live Skinny, a convenient, easy, and powerful weight loss solution available today. Visit liveskinny.com. liveskinny.com.
Talk Radio 102.3.
And welcome back to the Sports Outlaws on WGOW, the Talk Monster FM 102.3. And we have your Powerade scores and schedules. Today we got 2 Game 7s in the NBA. The Grizzlies face... That's wrong. We have 1 Game 7. Mixed up the sheet. 1 Game 7 in the NBA tonight. The Chicago Bulls face the Brooklyn Nets. Game 7. Game time is at 8 p.m. The Bulls trying to make it without Derrick Rose. Trying to, advance to the next round against the Nets, who spent, a ton of money on Darren Williams and Gerald Wallace and Brooke Lopez.
Joe Johnson.
I mean, they've spent a ton of money. Mikhail Prokhorov, their, what is that?
Russian owner?
Yeah, I was going to say Soviet Union. I didn't know. Same
Doesn't
difference.
matter.
Same difference. He spent a boatload of money on these guys. So, Game 7 tonight, 8 o'clock, TNT. Tomorrow, we have the start of 2 NBA series. That'll be the Grizzlies facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. That game starts at 1 p.m. And the Pacers against the Knicks. That's at 3:30. That's Game 1 of the second-round series. 15 Major League Baseball games on tap today. But the one you're probably most interested in, the Mets going up against the Braves. The Mets come in with a 12-15 record, 5-7 on the road. The Braves 17-12 with an 8-5 record at home. Pitching for the Mets is Jonathan Niese. He's 2-2 with a 3.31 ERA. He goes against the Braves' Julio Teheran. He's 1-0 with a 5.08 ERA. Now, before the break, I said I was going to have, an inflammatory statement to make about LeBron James.
I can't wait to hear this. Any callers? Hang on, we'll get to you in just a minute.
He won his 4th MVP. He joins Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Russell, and Michael Jordan as the only men to have won 4. And I'm going to tell you right now that LeBron is the most talented player that we have seen, period. More talent. Now listen how I'm phrasing this.
Okay, I've got some issue with that.
A more talented player than Jordan.
That's a real issue now.
The most talented player specimen we have seen. He ranks right up there. There's only 2 guys. Well, 3. I say 3. There's only 3 guys in the NBA who you could say stand, head and shoulders above the rest in terms of their athletic ability and just at being an athlete. Wilt Chamberlain, he was way ahead of his time.
Sure.
Shaq. I don't think Shaq. I wouldn't put him there because he didn't work as hard. He didn't.
Well, he did not work.
I mean, he was. He ended up being about 375 toward the end of his later half of his career. But in terms of just pure athletic talent, there's Wilt, there's LeBron. That's it. That's the list. LeBron is the most talented player I have seen, and I have been watching basketball since time immemorial.
So, hold up. Now, you're saying Wilt and LeBron, and those are their top 2. Now,
in terms of athletic ability.
Athletic ability.
Wilt could have been an Olympian track runner. He was high jumper. He ran the 4x100.
Well, that might be
Kansas.
true, but you're not putting Jordan in there. I mean,
in terms of talent and athletic ability, you got a guy who's 6'8", 260, who can run like a deer. He can guard all 5 positions on the court, and he's just now in the last 2 years realized, hey, he's going down in the post. He's scoring down there. He's the best defensive player in the league, bar none. I mean, he can stop anybody. So
athletic ability, I totally agree with you. LeBron is by far. He's just a athletic.
We have not seen that. We have not seen that package in a non-center ever.
But if you're going overall, and I'm still taking Jordan with Kobe a close second right now.
Kobe doesn't even compare to the. He doesn't even compare.
You're insane, bro. You're insane.
He doesn't even compare.
No, if you cut LeBron's career off right now, you're saying he's better than Kobe.
I'm saying
that's the way we got to look at it.
I'm not saying a better player. If we cut his career off now, he's close to Kobe. Number one, I think Kobe is a great ball player. Selfish is all.
Oh, no.
I put Kobe in the same category as I put Carmelo.
Yeah, well, oh, God, you are cussing me right now.
Yeah.
How could you say that?
Because Kobe is selfish, and Kobe thinks about Kobe.
Have you seen Kobe's stats? He averages 6 assists a game, and he's the shooting guard.
Right. But Kobe,
he's not the point guard.
But Kobe goes through stretches where it's 1-on-3, and Kobe's going to take a stupid shot, a ridiculously hard shot, and he's not going to pass it.
All right, ladies.
And I definitely go back to the times when he was, when his roster wasn't as good, when he didn't have Shaq, when he didn't have Gasol, and he didn't have Bynum, So those lean years when he had, who was the point guard?
Nick Van Exel?
No. It wasn't Nick. It was some other slob. But he had Lamar Odom and Slava Medvedenko. Now, I'm not saying, I mean, no, he didn't have the best talent during that time. You know, because Shaq had left, they traded him or got rid of him. But, you know, Kobe will go into this mode to where it's all about him. And, you know, a 3-on-2 fast break, and he's going to, you know,
here's what we've learned today, ladies and gentlemen. The freak is still asleep. And number two, he knows absolutely nothing about the NBA. Because
the best.
I get where if you're a Kobe hater, you're going to be a
I'm not a Kobe hater.
If you're a Kobe lover like I am, I'm going to be a lover. I'm going to defend him till the day is long. But and the kid's got skills, and he is a team player. He's no Carmelo. Carmelo defines.
You can't honestly say that Kobe's a team player.
No, absolutely, I can.
Absolutely not. I mean,
well, we can. This is like abortion. We can discuss this all day long, and we're not going to change our minds. But before we hit the break, let's get a couple of phone calls. Get fired up.
I think I pissed the cover off.
Talk Radio 102.3. You're on the Sports Outlaws. How you doing?
Let me help you curve that conversation a little bit. LeBron James will go down as the best player in history.
Thank you.
So go ahead and mark that down.
Thank you. I finally get some support from my bruh.
And I really appreciate the fact that y'all didn't spend too much political correctness talking about Jared Collins.
That was Jason.
Jason, whatever his name is.
Well, we do have an FCC license we have to worry about.
But what do you think, Jason Collins? Does it matter? Yes, no, no.
Does it matter in the NBA?
Right.
No.
It's in a story. No.
No.
If I was to announce tomorrow, you know, let me put this delicately. Before I met my beautiful, lovely, gorgeous wife.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know, 10 years ago, if I was to announce, hey, I like girls, who cares?
That's the way it's supposed to be, right?
Right. Who cares?
At least that's what we've been told.
Right. I mean, we've had this before.
So
Martina has come out. You know.
That's right.
Greg Louganis. You know, the list is not long.
Well,
I can't remember.
First of all, lesbians are cool these days. White men that come out are seen, okay, well, they're gay, no big deal. That's why I thought this was a big deal, because for an African-American guy to come out, especially a sports star, he's not a superstar, but he does play professional ball, to come out and say that is a big deal.
And somewhat, but we went down that road a couple of years ago when John Amici, because he was like...
He was already through, though.
Right, yeah, he was, but, you know, but...
What were they saying in the barbershop? Can you say?
No.
Okay. See, that's the point I'm getting at.
No, they would say if he got the ball in the post, that he'd average 30 though.
All right.
It's sort of the Matador defense. So, but
it's been a good run.
If he would have came out, you know, at the start of his career, this guy would have been a Hall of Famer. Period.
There you go, folks. The Freak. Enjoy it. Suck it up. Do what you need to do.
Hey, that was my brother on the line. Is he still on? We lost him?
He did, man.
Call back.
267-1023 if you'd like to get in and talk about this or anything in the sports world.
LeBron James.
Entertainment world. Hey, if you got a movie, if you got a traffic update, you can call in. No problem. You're on the Sports Outlaws. Hello.
Hey, it's Zod. What's going on, fellas?
What's happening?
Zod, what's up, brother?
Hey, that's a freak. I love you, but I think you lost your mind.
On what?
No, LeBron.
Oh, man,
hey,
y'all are nuts.
Tell him, Zod.
I'll take Jordan every day of the week.
I'm not saying that I would not take Jordan as the player, but when LeBron's career ends, what we are watching right now, in progress, LeBron at 29 years old, if I'm not mistaken.
28,
29, we're watching the greatest. He will become the greatest basketball player we have seen, bar none, period.
If he keeps on this path, that is a great possibility.
There is nothing there to stop him except injury.
Injury, yeah.
That's it.
You might be right. We got to.
Yeah, I'm not so stupid now. Yeah, I might be right.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, okay. Well, you made sense. You made a valid point. I have to say that. But I like the show, guys. I tried to get on your website, but it's got some fantasy football. It's got the same name as you guys.
You're looking at the wrong site. It's the Sports Outlaws.
TheSportsOutlaws.com. Come on, Dodd.
All right. Now, one thing, freak. All right, 81.5 tonight's the over/under. 7 is the number. Chicago plus 7. What do you think?
That game was in Brooklyn. I'm going Brooklyn.
But that's what the experts out in the desert say. But I kind of like that over. I think I'm going to play that over 181.5. Buy it down to about 181 and then go to sleep.
I think I go the under on the 181. Neither of these teams are, offensive,
Well, first of all, you fools shouldn't be gambling.
Right. Well, the freak doesn't gamble.
Not that we do any gambling here at Bushwood, boys. All right. Thanks, boys.
Thanks, appreciate it, man. 267-1023, and we welcome in one Brian Stone.
So we're talking about who the best player ever is? Is that what we're doing?
Will be. Not right now. Will be.
Freak, I ain't even ever met you, but you are crazy. It is MJ. It is MJ.
Will
it is
be.
MJ.
Yeah. Will be. It will be LeBron.
LeBron might shatter every single NBA record ever held. It's still MJ.
That's say he's coming from where I was. You gotta take it. Okay, if his career ends today, where does he stand?
Today, no. But his career has not ended today. His career is ongoing. That's what I prefaced it.
And nobody balled like MJ, man. Jordan's the man.
Flu game, the food poisoning game is what we've learned. Right down with MJ, but I mean,
I'm not saying.
In the past, LeBron just crumbled in the fourth quarter. He didn't want the ball. He was scared to death. Now last year,
how great was Michael Jordan in his first 7 years in the fourth quarter? They didn't win buckets.
Yeah, that
when
is
Detroit
true.
was knocking his head in, what were they winning? Hello.
I'll
wait. And the NBA is watered down right now.
It is very watered down. That is
watered
true.
down.
But have you seen an athlete? Have you seen a guy 6'8", 6'9", 270 with the athletic ability of LeBron?
No. I haven't.
So
but Michael Jordan's the greatest player I've ever seen.
Overall, it's got to be.
He is to me too. But when LeBron's career is said and done, he will be considered the best.
And Kobe's a distant third.
Oh, well. Thanks for the head, Stone. Appreciate it, brother.
Thanks,
guys. 267-1023. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back. We'll get your phone calls. And also, as I did mention the website, thesportsoutlaws.com, you can find the links to our Facebook page, our Twitter page, our YouTube page.
A couple of pictures up there, the Freak and Cowboy.
That's right. So
doing our 90s poses.
If you, late 90s rap poses. I mean, we got it all. We got it all.
We got our we got little bios on there, our favorites and pet peeves and things of that nature. So check us out.
We are updating that every single day, so make sure you continue to go back to the sportsoutlaws.com and check out our material.
Like us on Facebook at the Sports Outlaws because we post stuff on there as well. Entertainment stuff, sports stuff. I remember Crisscross died this past week. We put that link on there. That's our era right there, dude.
Yeah, that's coming up, man. Listening to a little jump and the bomb.
Right.
I know you hear me coming. Talk Radio 102.3 coming back. We will have the Freaks Word of the Week. We'll get your phone calls, and we'll talk a little entertainment news. We do it all here on Sports Outlaws. Talk Radio 102.3.
The Talk Monster lives at 102.3.
It is unbelievable.
Listen very carefully.
Chattanooga listens to us. 102.3 on your FM dial.
Jay Farner here with Quicken Loans. Here are two simple words that should make you reconsider waiting to buy a home. Buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,350. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 3.625%, APR 3.77%, that payment could support a $295,000 mortgage. But if you wait and rates tick up to around 6%, that same $1,350 mortgage payment, including principal and interest, may only be able to support a $225,000 mortgage. That's $70,000 worth of home that you're missing out on by waiting. That's buying power. And for 3 years in a row now, J.D. Power & Associates has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. Give Quicken Loans a call today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com and maximize your buying power.
For J.D. Power & Associates award information, visit jdpower.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance calls. For cost information, equal housing lender, license in all 50 states, NMLS number 3.
At Advance Auto Parts, the power to choose is your Advance advantage. So right now, you can choose from a 5-plus quartz jug, a Valvoline or Pennzoil Conventional Motor Oil Plus, a Drive Works filter for just $19.99. You'll save about $10. The power to choose plus the power to save. Can you feel that power? Oh, yeah. Choose and save. That's your Advance Advantage. Only at Advance Auto Parts.
Start each new week out right. Join the congregation of the historic First Presbyterian Church Chattanooga for worship in person or live on the air every Sunday morning at 11. Now on WGOW 102.3 FM.
Talk Radio 102.3 WGOW.
And welcome back to the Sports Outlaws, WGOW 102.3. You're listening to the Cowboy and the Freak. Now, I forgot a couple of items on the Powerade scoreboard and schedule. How could I ever leave these items off? The Kentucky Derby today, 6:24.
That's right. That's they actually started the races, or at least I think they did.
Like they race all day, and then they have the main race.
Yeah,
right?
They start at 10 a.m. and they have post. I guess that's what they call it, the beginning of the race, when the horses go into that little post or stable, whatever they call it. And yeah, they have races all the way up till the end,
Right.
and that is supposed to be at 6:24 p.m. And from what I understand, they're still running it. It doesn't matter if it's raining or not.
Yeah, they ran it. Yeah, they race in the mud, man. These they don't care. And the Talladega Sprint Cup race is tomorrow.
That's right.
If they get qualifying off today, which means that they probably won't.
Rain causing havoc not only here, but in the south, and maybe they'll get qualifying in, maybe they won't. Maybe we'll have a race. Might be Monday.
So
maybe
what, they
Tuesday.
can't make left turns in the rain?
Not with those tires, bro. They ain't aqua treads. They got some slicks on them, boys. Now it is time, and callers, hang on. We're coming right to you, but we got to get this in. Much anticipated, the Freaks Word of the Week.
Now,
the Freaks Word of the Week.
All right, now, sometimes, being from different cultures, we have our own vernacular, our own way of saying things. A lot of times we don't understand, what did he say? And most of the time it's slang words. So I want to bring a little bit of my culture to the masses.
We need it.
That's right. And so today's Freak's Word of the Week is finna. That's right. Finna.
Well, I know that one.
Finna or
That's
fin2.
an artificial sweetener.
No, that's, no, I don't even know what that is.
Okay.
No, straight sugar here, but straight diabetes. Finna. Which means, and I'm going to use it in a sentence, all right? Hey, Freak, what time you going to the game? I'm finna go right now. Finna, which means getting ready to or about to. Look it up. Webster's Dictionary. Finna.
So there you go, Freak's Word of the Week, and we can post that on Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah. Finna. And tune in next week for the Freak's Word of the Week.
Helping white people everywhere just be a little bit cooler.
Yeah, just a little bit more culturally diverse. You don't have to look at people and like, what? I'm helping the races, man. Bringing everybody together.
About 5 minutes left in the show. 267-1023. If you'd like to get in, the Sports Outlaws, and headed to the phones. Speaking of that, you are on with us, the Freak and the Cowboy.
Hello, Cowboy.
Hey.
Hello.
Is this the Freak and the Cowboy, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, it's good to hear y'all back together. So good to hear y'all back together. This is Lebron, man.
Yes, sir. Hey,
man, you're one of my favorite dudes. You know that?
Hey, I'm listening to this conversation. Y'all want to know what's going on in the barbershop?
Yeah, what is going on in the barbershop? You might be there.
I'm at the barbershop now. We listening to y'all loud and clear. Michael Jordan is top of the list.
See, tell him, Leroy.
It's going to be LeBron. It's going to be LeBron when LeBron's career is over.
Coming up, but as of now, Michael Jordan winning by a landslide.
Now, what does the shop think of Kobe? Where do they put him in all this?
Kobe's on the map. Kobe's they're trying to decide between him and LeBron, but Kobe is really outshining LeBron right now.
Oh man.
Hey, the people I've spoken
to. What's going on here?
Those are my people.
We give you the top story that goes on here at Ronnie's Barbershop.
Leroy, we appreciate it, man.
Hey, one other thing on this other guy about this not coming out of the closet. The rest of them ain't come out yet. Have a good day.
Oh, man, what a good dude right there.
Hey, over at Ronnie's Barbershop, y'all are wrong, man. Kobe's not even in LeBron.
Hey,
in
the people
LeBron's.
have spoken, man. They agree with the Cowboy.
Oh, man.
People are turned.
I can't believe that.
267-1023. We have time for probably a couple more calls, so you can dial those digits and get in, just like this fine young lady or gentleman called in.
Okay, be careful.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I just had a Michael Jordan versus LeBron statement from a few year younger crowd. Two words: Space Jam.
Yeah, what's LeBron done?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
What's
ain't no
your
Space
Bugs Bunny
Jam.
cartoon?
Ain't nobody out there buying LeBrons. No, they buying Jordan.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here. You have to be some kind of idiot if you're going to buy a shoe that came out 20 years ago.
They hot, though.
And buy them again as if they're brand new. I had these. This is ridiculous. Michael Jordan is making money. Hey, more power to you. Off shoes that came off 20 years ago. He was wearing these shoes when he was playing, when he was an active player.
Ain't nobody buying voids.
And these
Spalding.
And these idiots are buying these shoes now.
Me, on my person, I'm still buying Chuck Taylors. So
there you go.
Man, I'm buying kangaroos, man. I like the zipper. I need to put some coins and stuff in my shoes, man.
Needs a pouch.
Yeah, I'm buying some roos. Where Walter Payton at with a pair of roos?
Got a couple quarters.
Yeah, I need a
fresh
pair of them. But you have to be some kind of idiot to buy a shoe that came out 20 years ago and then go line up in the store
come on,
as if it's a brand. It's the same shoe.
You don't like Jordan? You don't like those 11s?
I liked them 20 years ago.
Well, I still like them today.
I liked them 18 years ago when he was playing.
I can't afford the ones we have to go to Foot Locker or wherever buy them. So
I couldn't afford them then.
I ordered the Chinese fakes, the knockoffs, and I'm still good with that.
And nobody can tell the difference.
Nobody, well, unless you're a sneakerhead, and some people can. But listen to the man here, Freak.
I don't want nobody to look at my foot that
falling.
close on.
It is falling quickly.
Man. Hey, hit me back in about 10 years when LeBron has 4, 5, maybe 6, maybe 7 rings, and I am not. Believe me, I am not a LeBron fan, but the talent is undeniable.
All right,
I'll give you that one.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, bro. Time for one more call. You got about a minute. What's up, man? You're on the Sports Outlaws. Hello?
Hey, Freak.
Hey.
It's Dub.
G-Dub, what's happening?
And you drinking the LD Kool-Aid?
He is hard, man. He spiked it with something.
Listen, come on now. I know LeBron is the game right now.
Right.
But why don't you look at Jordan and see all that diamond blinging off his fingers?
We're talking about when LeBron's career ends.
Well, you don't know how it's going to end.
When it ends, we could. I said when it ends, we will be talking about the greatest player of all time. Right now, Jordan is in hands down.
Right now, there is no we.
What are you going to do if LeBron's running down the court and pulls a Bo Jackson?
Good point. What about it,
we know what Jordan did. Jordan's numbers are in the book.
Right.
Jordan got game. Jordan got scoreboard. LeBron's still a work in progress. Now, he's good. I realize that. But you're drinking the LD Kool-Aid. That's all I'm saying.
Appreciate it, man.
Doug, appreciate your call, man. Hey.
I told you I was going to hit you up, bro.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Let me tell you something. Jordan won his first ring at, 28? Right?
I'm not
27,
sure
28, somewhere around the same time LeBron did. LeBron's got a lot of basketball left in him, man.
He does.
You all act as if this guy's just a bum. He's got a ton of basketball left, and barring injury, in 10 years, this guy will be the greatest who has ever played the game.
He won't, and you know why? Jordan will stay at the top because he'll have more rings. He'll have.
We're not talking about social impact, Joe. Forget about the tennis shoes and the
I understand.
and the underwear. We're talking about just on the court. LeBron will be number 1. Jordan will be number 2.
Well, you can be wrong on one thing, so I'll give you that. Thank you so much for listening to the show. Once again,
we need another hour.
We need 2 hours because we just don't. We have so much stuff to put out there, but it's not happening. Floyd Mayweather last year made $85 million, making him the highest paid athlete. Tonight he will receive $32 million guaranteed against Robert Guerrero, and that doesn't include his cut from the pay-per-view part of it.
And we were going to get to last week and this week, but we missed it. I'm going to put it on the Facebook page. People released their most beautiful women of 2013.
Oh, we got to hit that.
I'm going to put that on the Facebook page. And Gwyneth Paltrow was named the most beautiful woman alive.
What's wrong with that?
Come on now.
That ain't right.
Come on now.
Thank you to our sponsors, Chattanooga Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Kia of Chattanooga, Warren and Griffin, People's Home Equity, and Matt Manning and Susie Manning with Absolute Plumbing. Give them a call for all your plumbing needs. Thank you so much. Check out the sportsoutlaws.com where you can find all of our Facebook, Twitter, YouTube links. We appreciate it greatly for you listening, and we can't wait to do it again next Saturday at 1 p.m.
It's the King.
George.